Right, we're here. Hopefully you can see this and hopefully we're doing alright. Hopefully the stream's okay. We have 16 minutes here for this session. It is the Portuguese Grand Prix. It is T1. And drivers are out on circuit right now. Bunch of medium tyres. A lot on the medium tyres actually. Which could be an interesting strategy here today. No doubt Katra. And I think 17 drivers. It should be an interesting race.
Yeah, definitely. Over the weekend, we've seen some really close action, but we've also seen a lot of overtaking through means of strategy, more to say. But one thing we haven't seen, at least in the last couple of tiers, are safety cars. So, not much chaos, but a lot of drama for overtaking. It could be very much a play for here tonight.
No doubt about it. We saw a bit of weather here last season here in Tier 1. And, well, so far, we haven't heard any birds telling us anything, so it looks like it's going to be a bit of a quiet one so far. But a track where, well, as we saw only a moments ago, we just got to make sure to put some fuel in. Shout out to was it Charlie?
Charlie, yeah.
Shout out. Yeah, shout out to Charlie for that one. Yeah, got to make sure to put some fuel in, no doubt about it, here in this one. As the first times come in, 16.907 is for Cam on the soft tyres, and the medium runners sitting there behind.
So the first major decision these guys are going to have to make is really the tire compound they want to start on, because I mean it's actually not as cut and dry as you would think a lot of other circuits would be like. For example, the alternate strategy from medium to soft, which is obviously going to be another soft to medium kind of strategy once again. But this time, the mediums are not actually that far off the delta of the softs, maybe around 4 tenths, 5 tenths at the maximum. But it's also a lot more difficult to overtake here because the battery just drains on you. You don't even have to use it, and it'll decrease 4 to 5% a lap, as Louis actually goes through the call, by the way. But the mediums are not actually the preferred tire to start on. Everyone's qualifying so far.
16.0 now for Vizzy in the Alpine. He goes to the top of the tree. Wyman now in the Alpha Tauri. Going to see what he can possibly do here at the moment in car number 69 on those medium tyres. 16.0 the time to beat. Around 16.8's the best, and he beats Alphanisa's time on the medium tyres, so it's Wyman, the best of the mediums so far.
Yeah, so we've seen a ton of people so far in the couple of qualifying sessions we've been through this season. Actually, so far, the, 2 rounds we've been through this season. And all the tiers, we've seen not as many people go on the medium. So that's been completely flipped up on its head this weekend, as we've seen actually a majority of guys try to qualify on those mediums, which is kind of counterintuitive, you would think. But the mediums actually perform a little bit better, I would think, personally, in qualifying the softs. But if you can hit the soft lap together, it's pretty quick now, isn't it?
Well, that's right. We've seen that point proven by Vizzy already, and we could see that by Hoop in a matter of moments' time here at the moment. So, Hoop out on a lap right now, and there's a few other drivers who are about to start off laps. A few drivers actually invalidated their first laps. So, we'll see how it goes here in this session. And purple so far for Hoopalicious.
Yeah, that's not uncommon here. Is actually a lot of drivers have gotten these invalidations, these penalties over the couple of tiers we've been through so far. Don't be too shocked if you see it here tonight, but especially don't be too shocked if you see a lot of commotion here at turn 8. That's going to be a corner we saw a season ago that has been traumatizing for so many drivers, unfortunately myself included. That's a corner that can really count you out if you are not expecting it.
Oh, absolutely. To that from experience last season. You just don't... it's a corner that's just... I mean, most of the tracks like that. Most of the track can be deaf. But if you can hook it up right, boy, you can have good pace around here. So we'll see. Hoop, can he maybe sneak into the 15s? Let's see. Or can he beat it? Vizzy's lap. No, he can't. It's a 16.346 for Hoop. And of course, with no Chandler, as Axe goes to P2, some of these drivers will want to get some points on the Mercedes driver here tonight.
Yeah, that's going to be a big goal for Hoopalicious and the Red Bull team, because, I mean, right now, Hoopalicious has been so far the closest driver we've seen over the couple of rounds to get to Chandler. He's had 2 Grand Slams, 2 pole positions, 2 fastest laps, and 2 Grand Prix wins. To get to him, you need to make the most of this tonight, and that's going to be what Hoop's going to try to do. But Axe, once again, goes second, as he's been through every single qualifying session at least once. He's going to make that again, this time Busy in front.
Let's see, our defending T1 champion Bailey now coming for the last few corners. Let's see what the McLaren driver can do. To the line he will come, and it's actually going to be a pretty good lap. Yeah, P4 for Bailey. 0.3 often goes P4 in the McLaren so far. We got Kevin out there at the moment. It's in P11 on those medium tyres. And the Let's Go Raptor fans in the chat. Oh yes, I love a bit of Raptor any day of the week. So we've got about 10 minutes to go, everybody. For those wondering the championship points before, I don't know, but it looks like the Xbox stream's doing all right, so that's the most important thing. For the next couple, probably the rest of the season, I'll keep to that. Paul Castro's going to have to give me 2 codes every week, unfortunately. Chandler is your championship leader, 19 points over Sanchez and Hoop just there in 3rd. Kevin in P4, and the Haas boys 5th and 6th. So it's only round 3, so there's still really a lot to play for in this championship.
Oh, absolutely. There's still a long way to go, but it's not actually too long as compared to a season ago. Because once again, we had 24 rounds last season. Oh, that was way too long if we back on it. But now we only have 10 more rounds, barring at the end of this one, 11 total. Time's running out already, and that's a shocker to say, because we just started the season.
Especially when the new game is only like inches away of the F1 2020. Here's Roscoe Arm, VSR Roscoe Arm. For those who, unfortunately, we did not get it on stream, had some tussles with Hoopalicious. And Chandler, I know you're not racing, I can tell. But we'll keep an eye on Roscoe Arm here and see what he can do, and a validation. And one of those things in this track where validation is just, it can be deadly for you. It can be an absolute shocker if you just go a little bit off, your whole lap's gone. Sanchez purple in the first sector.
Yeah, thankfully for these drivers, although validations are quite common, the tire wear and drop-off are actually not as severe, so that's one thing you could do, multiple laps on a set of softs if you need to, or a set of mediums. We actually saw that a couple of times a year ago, or not too long ago rather, where 3 laps was done on a medium. I mean, you can do that. You can improve on those times, and the difficulty is not the tire wear, it's how much you can extract from it. However, if you get in the top 10, you have to start on those tires. It's not like Cam has crashed in the exit entry of the 3rd to last corner. That's him out. But, I mean, once again, if you start inside the top 10, you have to start on that tire, so you can do that many laps if you want.
That's true. That's the story of it. As Sanchez crossed the line, he goes P5 in the Aston Martin here this evening. So, we have 7 minutes to go. It's a tight tussle here near the front. Where is Hoop at the moment? Excuse the scrolling, everybody. Hoop is just starting off his 2nd lap here at the moment. It's a mystery who could be the top guys here at the moment for pole position at the moment. Looks like Vizzy's going to be the one right now, but there's still... Axe could be a factor, Hoop could be a factor, could even see anyone else be a factor. Alphanesis goes P5 in the Ferrari. And we'll watch Mumu now, who is about to start off a 2nd lap for him. As Cam says, Hoop's set up a bit slippery. Well, there we go. Inside scoop there from Mr. Cam.
That's kind of one thing you need to have on the circuit. Although the undulation is quite high, there's high dips, high, I guess, drops, I guess is how to say. Trying to get words out, it's not really working too well. As Lee's going really wide there. But, I mean, you need to be on the edge, on that knife's edge, to be quick here. I mean, you want the car to slide out. You want the car to be a little bit of snappy. You want that extra little tenth, a little millisecond to get in your time. But like I said, especially through turn 8, or even that final corner, or the penultimate corner. There we go.
Oh,
whoa!
As the skipper, the Haas were 15.817. Ooh. I tell you what, I wasn't going to say it, but these Haas boys can be a outsider's chance if they keep their if they can get some consistency back like they had in Bahrain. They could be an outsider's chance for a constructors. Outsider's chance. Not saying they're the favourites. I'm saying an outsider's chance.
Oh yeah, especially with the unpredictability of some of the attendance for some of these guys, like for example Chandler. I mean, if one thing fails, let's see, right now there's only Roscoe in the Mercedes today. All right, I'm sorry, Cam's there as well. But I mean, right now both are outside the top. Both are outside the top 10. So if Merc doesn't score, what about Red Bull? Well, Ferrari's 11th, Hoop is in 5th. Okay, what if they don't score? Ostis is sitting in the wing.
Bailey goes up into P4, gets ahead of his teammate Feta Cheese. So, good lap there by Bailey, goes up into 4th place in the McLaren, excuse me. With 4.5 minutes to go, we've got Kevin out there trying to get a lap, but he's invalidated his time, and Raptor's out there on those medium tyres. The alternate strategy, like he always loves to do.
It could work out for him.
Well, we saw that last season. Alt strategy, and then for Sanchez, it's hope for a late safety car. So we've got about 4 minutes to go here in the session, and things are a little bit. So I'm going to ask this once, Katra, because I thought I'd ask this question real quick. I want every person in the chat for this just one word answer. One word answer. Your thoughts on that, as we'll just watch Raptor's time here, and he's only P15, but he'll go for another lap. On that amazing announcement trailer of the new game. One word. Give me one word.
Cry.
Well, there we go. that was me after the video was over. As Raptor up in the first sector. All I gotta say, folks, is hopefully, for those that you might have been worried that it is still going to be, that it has been confirmed by Cody's that we can still play with old and next gen people. Thank God for that. But by F123, I'd say that won't be the case. But we'll just have one game for it, and maybe a new spectator system where maybe, but you know, we're not gonna go too crazy on that yet. We're not gonna go too crazy on that. It could just be a single player mode thing what they've put there. That's what I thought with that, them saying new cameras and blah blah blah. That could just be a single player thing, but let's hope not. Raptor to the line though. Let's see what Raptor can do. And it's a 16.9, and he stays in P14 ahead of his teammate. So, everyone making their way out. Vizzy's on a lap in the Alpine. We've got 2 minutes to go in this ultra interesting session.
Yeah, I can already see a little bit of traffic forming up. You see it the hairpin in the middle sector, but I mean, it's going to be really a do or die lap here. Everyone's going to have one lap, one chance. If they don't get out now and cross the line around now, they may not have another chance for that second lap, which some may do, some may not. But if they do that lap, they're also going to sacrifice maybe a little bit more tire wear, but it's going to be down to this one lap.
That's right. It's going to come down to this one lap for these drivers. And Vizzy needs to find a little bit here at the moment. See if he can get ahead of the Haas skipper. Can he get ahead of Skipper and make it a very interesting qualifying starts. Let's see. The Alpine now will come to the line, and it's going to be... It's pole! It's only pole by just 0.12, so he only gets it by inches.
Yeah, that's not a big margin. Not at all.
Let's see the next one. Got Sanchez lifts off his lap. Moomer's gone off his time here at the moment. Raptor is done. Wexero out there right now. Let's keep an eye on Wexero. We've got Skipper up ahead as well, so old Skipper's lifted off his time. What about Wexero? The other Haas. So Skipper right now, I'm trying to see, 56 seconds to go. He can go for another lap, but will he find some time within it? But let's see, Wexero now. Last few corners. Let's see if he can get that Haas into the top 5. It's a P6, not too bad from Wexero. A P6 here. Axe has invalidated his time as Bailey almost has a bit of a spin. Hoop begins his lap as Vizzy is done. Trying to see who's on it here at the moment. Fetter's down on his time. Louise invalidated. Sanchez now. So it looks like not much happening here at the moment. Kevin up slightly on his time right now. Keep an eye on Kevin here. As we'll see the Alfa Romeo, can he close up here at the moment and get into the top 10? It's shown some pretty good performances so far this season, Kevin. Crosses the line, and it's a P9. He does get up into the top 10. A very good job there by Kevin. Here comes Alphanesis. He's slightly up on his time. Can Alphanesis move a couple of positions up here in the grid? And he goes P9. Sanchez to the line. He slows down, and we know why he's done that. Let's see, where is Hoop at the moment? Hoop slightly up in the middle sector. Let's see what he can do in this last part of the track. Can he get near? He comes into the pits. He's not happy with it. Axe is invalidated. And as here comes Roscoe now to the line. What can VSR Roscoe undo? He stays in P17. What about Wyman now? Wyman now to the line. He goes P8. Does Wyman. And now Feder now will come to the line. See what Feder can do. Feder now will go right out. And he'll cross the line. He goes 6th. So the McLarens will be 5th and 6th. And what about Mr. X? Now he is done. And that is qualifying over. It's pole for Vizzy here for the Portimao Grand Prix.
Yeah, that's going to be crucial because now, once again, Chandler not here. Close into the championship. First, you have to finish the race. And to finish the race, you might as well start it from pole position.
Yep, that's right. So, ultra interesting here at the moment. So, it's pole for Vizzy. And it's going to be a fascinating race to the line. And Axe, AlphaTauri, with a not a bad starting point, P3 for him. So it's going to be the battle between the Alpine and the Haas down into turn 1. We've got Axe, we've got Hoop in P4. You'll be a little bit disappointed in that. The McLaren's 5th and 6th, Wexero 7th, Louis 8th, Wyman 9th, and Alphanesis in P10 here for Tier 1 here for the Portuguese Grand Prix. So folks, don't forget tomorrow as well, join us for ACC. We're going to be at Spa, 90-minute race. It was probably the most insane racing I've ever seen last week in Solda. There was a massive crash between the top 6. I don't know if we're going to see much of that for a endurance round, but we'll see. So join us then, when I'll be able to stream through my PC for some reason, and it doesn't let me stream at this time of the day. I don't know why. But at least we're doing okay here on Xbox at the moment. That's the most important thing. But Katra, as always, victory. Who is going to take this Grand Prix? A lot of choices here, I feel.
Yeah, but it's hard for me to honestly pick against Hoobalicious. After what I've
Hoobalicious.
seen, after what I've seen in the beginning stages of this season, Hoop's pretty quick in the race, and he has that, well, top 5 start, being in 4th. That's a pretty good run down in the turn 1. Obviously, I'm not going to expect many overtakes in the first lap, especially turn 1, because, I mean, the corner itself is not too wide. It's pretty narrow, so you could have an almighty collision. Let's just put it lightly there. But I think the race pace of Hoop, I think that's going to get him the victory here.
There we go. Let's see how things go. It's great in the chat say Warman better. Well, Warman right now is in P9, so I don't know about that. So Trailer saying Skipper and Vizzy are another class at this track, so there we go. So I think that's Chandler's prediction right there. So they'll 1 to it, I expect. There we go. So tyres. Let's take a look and see. I'm expecting, yes, except for Raptor's go on the soft tyres. Raptor on the soft tyres. The rest on the mediums. Top 10 on the softs. So, there you go. So, that's pretty much what I expected here from everybody. So, 33 laps. And the battle of Turn 1 will be ultra interesting. Last season, it was Boss Cookie who took the victory after a very wet Grand Prix. It was a chaotic race where we also saw a Fenishese who could have had a great race in that one. We'll see if he can have a good one here tonight.
Oh.
Reminder of the points, folks, real quickly. 19 points, Chandler leads over Sanchez, Hoop in P3, Kevin in P4, and Wexter in P5. That is your top 5. Once again, apologies that it's not on your screen. Hopefully you'll let me next week. Anyway, Katrin, continue.
Well, to add on your winner there, so to anyone in this race, I advise to not overtake 5 people under the safety car. Just saying. Because if you were unaware, this is how Boss Cookie lost the win. That went to Bailey.
That's right. That's right. Well,
So, don't do that. That is not good in stewards. Not good.
Well, that's why Catra's here. And I know I completely... Oh, I forgot about that. Wow. Oh, yeah, that's right. There was a whole... Yeah. Anyway, enough of me reminiscing. Here's Vizzy, Skipper, Ags, Hoop, and Bailey. That's your top 5 for 33 laps around Portimao. It is clear skies here. And it should stay that for the rest of this race. And we should get underway here for 33 laps here for this one this season. It's the 3rd round. It's a short season. This is where you want to get the points. You want to get as many points as possible. That's where the opportunities lie. So Roscoe up, lines up in P17 on those medium tyres. The lights will go out here in Portimao, and we will be racing. It's a very good start from Hoopalicious, actually, but Vizzy gets the jump well at the start as Hoop looks to go for P2, but he doesn't have enough. Axe pulls up into P3, and pretty steady in the front. Axe, a little bit of contact with Skipper, but it's pandemonium behind, but it's somewhat steady for the time being. We got Feta, we got Alphanesis, we got Louis right near each other here at the moment. And does Louis look for the move here on Feta? Oh, there's a bit of contact there between those two. And things stay steady for now. No, there's a bit of a bargee at the moment. But boy, it could end in tears here in a matter of seconds.
Yes, can. Verona and Sanchez, they're going wheel to wheel.
Oh, well, there's cars everywhere.
It's the parking
Oh,
lot.
this... that was literally a parking lot. Oh, it's a parking lot at your nearest Westfield as Wexero. One car went and all of them just bunched up. All of them literally just bunched. They're still side by side. Feta and Alphanesis, the top 4 have just said thank you and they're gone. Oh, close as you want to get between Feta and Alpha. As Kevin now on those medium tyres, he's up at a P7. Oh, there's contact. I don't know if there was some debris going as Fenner comes in, so he looks like he got some damage from. Actually, there's a few drivers that looks like they've got some damage. Fenner, Raptor, Cam, Bailey, and Wexero.
That's going to be Wexero out. I think Wyman has a little bit of damage.
Oh,
Well, he may have a little bit more because Kevin and Louis made contact in front of him. It's all pandemonium back here. Raptor, Fenner, Bailey, and Cam all pitted, and they're still battling these two movers right now. Almost a lap and a half.
oh, Louise almost hit the back. Almost hit the back of Kevin there, but things stay steady for now. And the gap now between 4th and 5th, 4 seconds, so it shows you what happened there just behind. My goodness me. So it is Vizzy who leads by a second over Skiver. Axon Fernandhoop in 4th place as Bailey comes out of the pit lane a bit behind.
Well, was not, I mean, it definitely was not climactic, let's just say that. It was very chaotic. The first sector was kind of calm, for the most part. Every other sector, not so much.
Yeah, exactly right. It's that whole first lap was insane. 1:18.897 for Vizzy. He is the top of the tree, fastest lap of the race for him. And those two are going to push away here at the moment, and Hoop's going to try to see if he can get up with Axe. Excuse me, here at the moment. So Kevin holds on the P6 so far, doing a nice job, but he's got some hungry drivers behind him, especially Mr. Louis behind. He's going to try to find a way through, and of course Wyman sitting there behind. So it's a good battle, massive battle pack between these guys, pretty much from 5th all the way down to 12th.
Yeah, this is going to be, for the most part, what we're going to see for a while. There's 2 DRS zones here at the circuit, so if you could stay within DRS, it's almighty powerful. But you just got to make sure that you stay on the track and don't have an issue through turn 8, basically.
Basically, yeah. That's the gist of it. As Kevin now is trying to stay in that DRS of Alphanesis, that would help him out to not lose positions here over the rest of the field. But he's just holding on to it for now, and that's what he wants. That's what he wants to have when that DRS is ready for him. So lap 4:33 now. It's under a second between the top 2 here at the moment, and DRS is here. Kevin's got it, but Louis is closing in, but he's just not close enough here at the moment. And that's going to be the story of it. When you can get that right move, when do you think you got the opportunity to send it on the driver at turn 1, as Cam gets the first penalty of the night.
And also, briefly, you saw on the front straightaway that Kevin was actually blinking already. There you go, into the braking zone.
Yep.
So he is already suffering from a little bit less ERS than the guys around him, such as Louis, who's sitting at 44%. So right now, through 4 laps, some drivers may already be below 20%. That's going to haunt him, because you can hardly, if at all, harvest any ERS here.
That's right. It's definitely... you got to try and keep that ERS as best as possible. If you're in a story like Kevin, who's trying to hold on to a good position here, he's got to push hard, and that's what he's trying to do here, trying to stay within that DRS of Alphanesis, because if you can stay in a position like this, yeah, for Kevin for later in the race, possibly here on lap 4 of 33. Good camera angle here, the car's going by. A good helicopter shot. Let's hope that in F1 2020 they give us that option either way in spectator mode. Here comes Louis once again. Yep, blinking. Kevin's blinking. Louis just not close enough. He needs to just get just that little bit more out of it to get close to the back of the Alfa Romeo. And by the way, Cam, with another time penalty, he's not having a great day in the Mercedes.
No, he's not. But Kevin right now, even though he may have a little bit less ERS than the guys around him, such as Louis and Wyman behind us, they almost make contact going into the hairpin there. But he's actually the highest medium runner in the top 10. And the other 2 being Sanchez and Newman to Aston's. So if he can hold on, stay within the DRS of Alphanesis, and hold Louis at bay, or even use his ERS in the future to get around, he could be setting himself up beautifully for the second stint on the softs.
Louis well, Kevin's 1.1 now between him and Alphanesis. I feel like Louis going to have the opportunity here in a matter of seconds' time. It's down to 0.6 between the top two here at the moment. So we'll keep an eye on that as Wyman now closes here for Louis. That's going to help Kevin out if these two battle. Side by side, these two will go, and it's going to be the battle on this front straight. Let's see how it goes down here between Louis and Wyman so far, but Wyman has got a bit of more ERS under his belt here at the moment, so Wyman now up into P7 as the two Aston Martins change position.
Yeah, that was all initiated in the exit of the, actually, rather, the entrance of the penultimate corner, as Louis took a snap of the throttle twice and had to correct it both times, and he just could not get the power down. But that allowed Wyman down the inside, and now up to 7th.
Yeah, Wyman now up into 7th place, and slide there as well for Wyman, so these two are going to battle on hard, and Kevin now pulls right ahead. Meanwhile, it's almost under half a second now. These two now close with each other. Skipper and Vizzy, the battle for the lead will start to heat up as Axe has a slight moment. Axe and Hooper in their own world, but right now the two leaders could have a bit of a tussle.
Yeah, the only one in the top 6 that actually has DRS is someone else is Skipper and Busy, as Kevin has lost DRS to Alphanesis, and Wyman has just lost DRS momentarily to Kevin. But I think he may hold on to it at the exit of the penultimate corner. He will. No, he won't. He's outside of it, and he has a time penalty. That has not gone well for the AlphaTauri.
Here comes to Haas, not close enough for now, but he is inching ever so closer. It's almost like in the sprint race last night with Verstappen inching closer to Leclerc. You know, there could be a pass incoming. We'll have to wait and see, though, if that's the case. Can Vizzy have a bit of a fight back here at the moment?
Right on the inside of Sanchez. He's going to go for it now, but Sanchez is going to hold on.
I thought it took a bit of the lead there for a second. Anyway, Sanchez holds on, and Ferrari Nut goes back, stays in P11 so far. So, I'm just trying to reload my chat. It's interesting, isn't it, here at the moment on lap 7 of 33. Kevin in a good spot so far in P6. Wyman 7th at the moment, as now Bailey and Cam have a bit of a battle for last place. Cam, does he look for it on Bailey? Giving these two a bit of airtime, since we probably won't see them much for the rest of the race. Bailey holds on. Does Cam fight him back? Is Cam going to go for the dive on the defending champion? Yes, he will. And Cam holds on to P15. No, here comes Bailey for the move back. Does Bailey look for a back? No, he does not. Alright, that's enough airtime for you two. Let's go back up to the front, which Skipper still just not enough yet to get it done on Vizzy.
Yeah, he tried for it down on the 1. He just wishes it was more straight before turn 1. But speaking of, Alphanesis is now well within the DRS of Hoopalicious. He was actually closing at a significant amount on that that main straightaway, but he's not going to be close enough this time, but he could be in a couple of laps.
Don't mind me, sorry. Yeah, closing in. Alphanesis pushing towards here. Hoop's struggling a little bit here at the moment. And I should have my chat back up. There we go. Anyway, Alphanesis.
Figured out why.
And when if Alphanesis gets the opportunity, he will.
Yeah, he will, definitely. Especially because Hoopalicious is, according to him in the chat, is having the keyboard issue again. It's Cam throwing up Bailey, but that's something that has been happening to Hoop the last couple of days. I've been hearing it from him a lot. It's just not been able to actually just go carefree because he's having to switch, hamper his pace, and is showing it right now. 3 seconds off, almost 4 off of Axe in front of the podium.
Yeah, that's unfortunate. That really is. Hopefully it can stay steady for him. Skipper's still not close enough. But what about Alphanesis? Does Alphanesis look for something here? No, he does not at the moment. What about what? Excuse me, Wyman closing up on Kevin in the AlphaTauri. So now the Alfa Romeo's lost a bit of time now to Alphanesis. He's way under that DRS, over that DRS now. He's not going to have DRS. So that's going to hurt him because now Wyman's going to absolutely try to put the pressure on here as Roscoe gets a time penalty in the Mercedes. Here's Alphanesis once again. Could see a move happening here between these two in a matter of moments' time.
Well, it's not just him. Kevin may have to worry about his behind, as Waman's not too close. Actually, rather, he's not too far away. Because we see Waman now has up close to 50% ERS. That could very much hit the Alpha Tower down the main straightaway, as Kevin is still under that 20% threshold, but Alphanisa still not letting go of Hoop. Oh.
That's Cam out, and if that's a safety car, boy oh boy, Vizzy eked her. I think Vizzy was just awaiting a certain car to come out, but it looks like it has not.
Wow.
Obviously the game has realised that Cam's probably, I don't know what Cam's done. So the game's like, oh, it's only Cam. As Alphanesis goes to P4, and Hoop goes down to P5 now. The Ferrari up in the 4th.
Yeah, that was, oh no!
Oh.
But Hoop into the back of Alphanesis. That may allow Kevin in a little bit, but he has a little issue with his own, as Waman's not too far behind. He may have to worry about him into the braking zone. He will.
Here comes Waman for the move, and it gets it done. If I'm... Oh my god! As my COVID voice almost just died then. Waman has a big moment, and Kevin now holds on to P6. Still, wow. These boys are the slide... Oh, it's unbelievable how Waman's held on to that. But he's going to have to find his way past Kevin again.
He looked for it there. I mean, like I told you earlier, you have to be on the knife's edge. Waman is definitely on the knife's edge right now, trying to get past the Alfa Romeo of Kevin. But he may not have many more opportunities, as Hoopalicious seems to still struggle a little bit more. And Kevin may start to be a little bit more, have an advantage compared to Hoop with that medium to soft. When does that tire start becoming a better tire? Roscoe with penalty.
Yesterday, Roscoe with the time penalty. Here comes Skiffer. Skiffer, that's the closest he's been so far. As now Waman, he's clear now. He's clear now unless he makes, well, that's an interesting way to take that line. But Waman, P6, and he's through. And now he can try to work his way back up. See if he can get close to Hoop. And Alphanesis up ahead. So now Kevin, P7. But the best thing for Kevin to do is just try to stick with these guys. Use their DRS until they all come into the lane very soon.
The top two have actually gotten a lot closer. Skipper was actually almost in striking distance down that second DRS straight into the
He was.
So he could be setting up a move in the near future or looking at a potential undercut. That's coming up next.
Shout out to Axe in P3 right now, unless we have no safety car or any balls from him. He's pretty much... he could just go to the P3 podium spot now, probably. Depending if anything goes down with this top two here at the moment on lap 11 of 33, coming up to lap 12 of this Grand Prix. And let's watch Skiffer now. We'll go on board here and let's see. It's just... Again, it's just not enough. He could have an opportunity here. No, it's just not enough, but he's buying his time. Buying his time here at the moment, the Haas driver. As now Hoop has gone back for an Alphanesis.
What I'm noticing is from Skidler, he's actually trying not to use... Oh, they're going back at it.
They've gone back at it again. I didn't get a good angle on what happened there. Now Waman's up with this fight as well. Kevin's up there as well. We're going to have... It's a hell of a fight now for P4 here in this Grand Prix. Does Waman send it on Hoop? Oh, he fought. He fought about it. He absolutely fought about it. You could just tell he was thinking about it. But he thought, I think better of it. So Waman now with this fight. Kevin, Louis, Moo, Sanchez, and Ferrari Nut. It's a big fight here in this mid-pack right now. As the top two once again closest. Roscoe gets another penalty.
Yeah, I mean, it's a huge strain now from fourth on back. Yellow flag. That is going to be...
It's Roscoe.
Roscoe around. As Waman is around
and
too.
Waman! I don't know if it could have just been a spin from Waman. I hope it wasn't any contact with somebody, and that is a spin for Waman. The Alpha Tauri. Oh, that's a shame for him. Does he have any damage? As the Scoots is scrolling, everybody. As Skiffer... With the noise from Catra, I have a feeling I'm right that Skiffer's buying his time.
Oh, he's 100% doing that, and with doing so, lifting so early, he actually saved a whole boatload of ERS. Skipper is exactly doing exactly what you think he's doing. Louis and Wyman in the pits, though.
Is that damage for Louis? No. Okay, so I was just checking if Louis was caught up, but no, he wasn't. Roscoe's in as well. Wyman did not get damage from that incident, so interesting one. How things go here at the moment. So, wow. All you can say here in this Grand Prix so far. Lap 13 to 33 here in T1 for Breakout Racing League. And we hope you're enjoying this because this is a ultra fascinating fight for this lead at the moment between Vizzy and Skiffer so far. These two right with each other. It's a bit of mind games here right now. And the mind games of who's coming in, they both are.
I knew that was going to be soon. But now who stays out? There you go.
What about Alpha? Alpha comes in. Who comes in? As Yellow Flags Wyman's out of the Grand Prix. If that's a safety car, I'm surprised it's not even a virtual, as Axe maintains the lead and is here at the moment. And don't mind me here for a second. We just okay, it's on standard. Okay, this game's just
I think I know what's
okay.
Happening.
What?
You remember what happened to Monaco a season ago? There was several incidents that
could that be a thing?
Car. I think that is exactly what's happened, because this is now the third time.
Oh, Jesus.
There's been at least 3 incidents in the last, like this tier and tier 2 not too long ago, that should have been a safety car, or at least a virtual one, and nothing has come out of it.
Yeah, that's unusual. Anyone else in the chat who may have watched T3, T4 can explain if there was anything there, but yeah, that's safety car glitch at Portimao? Possibly. Thank God we won't be near this game for a while. This track probably for a while. I mean, Axe sends it in, and Axe now into the pit lane as Kevin now is going to have Mumu and Sanchez behind him and Ferronut. So now it's going to be a 4-way fight for the lead with the 4 drivers yet to pit.
What about the top 2, provisionally 6th and 7th? But
here they are.
Make a move now. He's going to try to stay behind.
Here he comes.
He will.
Doesn't even use his battery. That just shows you the force that DRS had. So Skiffer now leads here in Portimao. The Haas leads. And what can Vizzy do to challenge?
It took Skipper a lot of time to close up the back of the Alpine on that first stint. And even with, that was almost drama. Thankfully it wasn't.
Drama personified, it almost ended in tears between those two. But luckily it didn't. If I'm Vizzy, I'd just slow down, just settle down and keep it on the track here at the moment. Because he could, in a matter of seconds, Skiffer could just pull away here and Vizzy could... Skiffer could be out with a 4-second lead in a matter of moments. So Vizzy's just going to stay with it, stay in that DRS, and he could still get up there with him at the moment. So, here's our top 4 here at the moment. These 4 won't be in for a bit. But what are they going to do? Are they just going to be in a long train here at the moment and just work their way through? That's probably what they want to do. They do not want to have a battles because they'll lose them some time as Roscoe has a bit of a spin as Skiffer gets the fastest lap of the race.
Yeah, that's once again another one. We've had a couple already. Has had an incident there at turn 8, and once again, it's just once you have that incident there, that spin, that little bit of loss of traction, it just takes a lot of time to recuperate that tire temperature. But look at Vizzy and Skipper. As another yellow flag once again. I'll talk about
Roscoe.
the tire temperature. It's Roscoe again. His tire is way too hot. But right now with a 3, but look at how far Skipper and Vizzy have gone. Do you think Skipper may have been held up by Vizzy?
Well, it's a tough call, but I feel like Skiffer wanted to just wait for that next stint to really attack it. But you could also be right. Interesting. But right now, Skiffer is your leader. And I think Roscoe's about to retire in the pit lane. Yes, he has. The question now is, can Vizzy get this margin back? And it looks like right now Skiffer is the one near the front here at the moment.
Remember what we were talking
yes,
about
that's... And yes, Crispy, that's how it says his name. Don't judge me.
Remember what we were talking about earlier, that Haas could be an outlier, maybe a dark horse for this constructors. Well, both Mercs won't score. Hoop is now in the latter stages of the points. Yes, he's pitted, and a lot of these guys up front have not, only the top 4. Ferrari not maybe towards outside of the points or lower points. Haas could be at a really good shot to get some good points here today, especially with Skipper.
Yeah, well, I think he's probably in the hot seat to win this. He's almost got a second over Vizzy now. So, yeah, I think it could be a one and done deal, but there's still a long way to go in this Grand Prix. And anything can still happen especially in terms of penalties. Here is Mumu in P2 at the moment. Kevin, your race leader. And of course, these boys yet to pit so far, this top 4. And the Aston Martin guys right near each other here at the moment. And Sanchez right at the back of Mumu here at the moment. As the Haas goes with another fastest lap of the race.
He is flying right now. Wow,
he saw great pace.
Seconds.
I said it. I said it that he could just pull away in a matter of laps, and he has, and he's starting to do that. So the Haas now pulling away. Vizzy has to just find something here at the moment, or hope that Haas catches up to this pack, and then maybe gets caught up in traffic with this top 4, and then maybe Vizzy can close back in. But at the moment, I don't see that being a possibility, but you never know. With the margin being 6.2 between the top 4 and Skiffer. So, let's just go for the field here real quickly. So, Skiffer, Vizzy, Axe in that lonely P3 it will be. And then Alpha Nice is in his own world. Hoop, a little bit the same, but he's got Louise still haunting him down behind him. And you got Wrapped on those hard tyres. He came in early in the race. And then the 2 McLaren boys as, well, Kevin, Sanchez, Ferrari Nut are both in. All 3 are in.
It was a late call for Sanchez. He actually kind of hesitated a bit. Same with Kevin in front, but Kevin going in, calling everyone else in. So that is going to be a major call now. Where do these guys get out on these softs? It's going to be a little bit faster. Obviously, the delta is not too much of a difference between the mediums and the softs. But this could very well determine where they could possibly throw their hat in the ring and get some points here, because they're all so far in the points. Will be.
Roscoe saying garbage from him. Just blame the track, Roscoe, because that's what I do. As lap 19 to 33. So the Haas clear away. So where is Kevin right now? Kevin is down in P8. They've got clean air right now to catch up to some guys. So then, let's see, what can they gain towards the end of this race? We'll have to wait and see on this Grand Prix. Mumu will be the next one to come in, surely, and he'll pop on those soft tyres for the Aston Martin and see where he can gain late in this race. Penalties so far for you all, Alpha Nisus with 5 seconds. 3 seconds for Ferrari and 3 seconds for Feta Cheese. So there you go. Not too many penalties for the field here at the moment. So very good job by the boys here tonight on lap 20 of 33. As Skiffer now takes the race lead officially back.
One thing I do want to point out is it's not been the greatest of days for McLaren. 12th and 13th.
No.
A long way back. They are not having a good day today. But at least, they can keep each other company. While, I guess, riding around.
Well, most likely their last season, so these boys are just, you know what, they're just having fun, and who can blame them? That's pretty much what I did all last season. As Bailey comes into the lane, lap 20 of 33 here in this Grand Prix. It's 2.4 seconds now between the top two. That Haas is just gone, and the story of this race now is really this group of soft runners and what can they gain towards the end of this race, if any.
I honestly think they have a good chance of gaining something, because even though the softs are not much different delta-wise than the mediums, you know, obviously it's lower fuel in the car, and the softs still have a lot more grip and rubber. By this time, the track's already going to be rubbered up a lot. So they could have a very good, I guess, charge through the field. Maybe at the most, I'd say, as high they could possibly get if it absolutely perfect. Oh, Hoop. That was almost a moment. The final corner that was.
Hoop. Penalty. That's a shame for him. As we see Louis, who's under a second of him. And they've got Kevin coming up behind them, 3 seconds behind. So, yeah, Hoop, that's not what he would want. Especially those soft runners close in on him. Especially with him for his championship chances here at the moment. So, it's just a soft train here at the moment between these soft runners. As Feder comes into the lane as well. Those McLaren guys, I think, are going to have a bit of a battle behind for the last position here in this race, as your race leader has 3 seconds over Vizzy.
He's absolutely flying, and well, he's been absolutely just untouchable on the mediums. I mean, he had something for Vizzy. I believe Vizzy was maybe arguably stronger on that soft stint, but nowhere compared to Skipper's pace so far on the mediums in the second stint. But regarding Hoop's penalty, that was a weird one, really. The final corner, I mean, the car kind of snapped away, but he went to the right side, not the left. You would think, okay, well, if the car would snap, you would kind of, you know, have a little bit of a correct or whatever, you would have that kind of a moment. But it was more so towards the outside of the track. You know, he actually cut on the inside. It was a really strange incident there with Hoop. Thankfully, he saved it. Unfortunately, he got a penalty from it.
Chandler, I'm the one streaming, but I could be sure to send you the screenshots for you. I'll do that, absolutely. I can do that after the stream for you, no doubt. As Sanchez is through on Kevin. Sanchez up in the P7. Good move, gets it done. He wants to get things under the way. And he now goes up into 7th place here at the moment. As now Louis closes in on Hoop for P5.
Yeah, he's been really closing in. I think Hoop right now is still having issues with that keyboard glitch on his wheel, and that's really hurting him at the moment. This is a race he thinks he had, you know, some pretty severely great race pace, but with this glitch, obviously not really helping him out. Oh, Louis!
Oh, whoa! He's off. He's. Oh my goodness me, that was close between him and Sanchez. As now Kevin sends it on him. Well, that was that. Louis just went, he was just gone there. That was an unusual one. Now Louis gets a time penalty, and he's been absolutely hounded by these soft runners.
Yeah, he just got a little bit too much throttle application. The exit of 8, and I mean, it goes up and kind of on the hill, and that a little bit more throttle application just threw it all the way left. And the fact that he kept it out of there is absolutely incredible. By the way, Lulu free pass on Friday.
And he gets it done. Moving now up in a P8 here in this Grand Prix. So, moving now as Sanchez looking to see if he can close back in. But Kevin is right on him behind for P6 in this Grand Prix. We've got 11 laps to go, everybody. And it's been an interesting one. The Haas, let's give us still in the lead by 3.3 seconds over Vizzy. It's just been a world-class performance by the Haas driver here today. Axe in P3. A great performance from him. Not too many troubles. And he gets that P3. Let's hope I've not put the jinx on him. As we've got Moo now. The Aston boys looking to see if they can close up a bit more. It's 1.6 between Sanchez and Hoop. So Sanchez could have a bit of a tussle here with Hoop in a matter of moments, as Crispy knows my history with cursing drivers.
Well, thankfully for Axe, though, remarking on what happened a week ago, he had that issue with his throttle that the throttle application was spiked, and that's what spun him around and eventually retired him from the Grand Prix. So it looks like he has got that fixed, and I hope I didn't jinx him. So if not one, I got you.
Oh, someone's gone. It's Ferrari nut. That ice. If you blinked, you would have missed it. I just saw that the car just go way off, and I think that's just confirmed that there is a safety car glitch here in Portimao. So, yeah, that was a... Wow, I don't know what happened there. I'm sure Ferrari will let me know, but yeah, that's what I'm saying, Chandler. What?
I believe that was a classic case of the trampoline curve, in the words of Max Verstappen.
Yeah, because all I saw was a Red Bull just go off. If you saw it, yeah, well done to you. But wow, that was
now with all
no safety car's not off. Safety car is not off. It's literally just a glitch with this track. I have confirmed it's on. So I'll say it. I'll confirm for you again, for anyone that's wondering. There you go. Standard. There you go.
Yeah. It really should have been, you know, a different kind of Prix with what should have been a safety car on a couple occasions. But not to take it away from Skitter or Vizzy or Axe or Hoop or Alphanesis or really anyone in their position now.
As things getting close here between this battle here at the moment, as Ritzy said, who put Michael Massey in charge. Well, Michael Massey would have brought out the safety car already. As Vizzy gets a time penalty. Now Axe has got a bit of... He could have a bit of something to fight for here in this race. Trying to get under that 3 seconds of Vizzy. And maybe could get a P2. As our Raptor and Feta go at it here for P10. A three-way fight for the final position. Points position here in this race.
Yeah, I was saying about it a little bit earlier that McLaren may not have the best day now with the retirement. They have something to fight for. No, better contact with Raptor.
Here comes Bailey. Does Bailey look for something here at the moment? And no, Bailey's going to wait to attack his former teammate here at the moment. So we have less than 10 to go here in this Grand Prix. Sanchez is now at the back of Hoop. So can Sanchez try to fight something here with Hoop? Kevin could be on for a very good result. He could get a top 5. Well, he could very well get a top 5 due to penalties here at the moment. Mumu there in P8. He's going to see if he can get a good result. He gets very close to the back of the Alfa Romeo there. And the one thing Mumu does not really want to do is battle Kevin yet, because you want to stick with these guys up front, especially with them penalties ahead, and could get a few positions. So, yep, 2.8 between Axe and Vizzy, so Axe could be still on as now these three battle out once again. Does Feta look for it back on Raptor? It's like deja vu once again. They go side by side. Can Feta hold on? Does Raptor look to fight it here? Let's see. Does Bailey want to make a free wide? No, Bailey's going to sit it through. The McLarens have absolutely sandwiched out the Alfa Romeo there.
Well, it almost was an almighty collision in turn 1, and Sanchez and Hoop.
Apologies for the scrolling, everybody. Sanchez now up into P5 for this Grand Prix, as Hoop now goes down to P6 here in this one. And Sanchez up into 5th place. There's your penalties for you, since we are coming on the final laps of this race. As Kevin set it on Hoop. Oh, this is deep. This is deep. And Kevin, no, he can't get it done at the moment. So Hoop now under pressure here with Kevin behind, and he's got Mumu to worry about as well, probably very soon. So the two that don't have penalties at the moment, trying to get past the Red Bull for position.
Yeah, it's going to be a classic case of, oh, look at Mumu. The audacious move. Will it work out? He'll go again.
Oh! He goes
that's
for
not
it.
gonna work.
Oh, apologies, chat. Nice, silly game. As Moo comes through on Kevin. Up in the P7, and now they've lost the DRS to Hoop. That will be a little bit frustrating for Kevin, but Kevin now's got the DRS back on Moo. Can he find enough? But he's blinking. Or they're both blinking, actually, so it's not going to matter. It's going to be about that DRS, and Kevin gets back through up in the P7.
Kevin was completely out of battery down that main straightaway, but I can guarantee you he is not very happy of the way that Moo just kind of got past them through on, the third to last corner there. So he may try to go and give it all he has, because this may or may not be as far up as they can go on track. But remember, Hoop still has those penalties. Kevin and Moo do not.
So Sanchez as well. So they could still get a P5 here, as now the McLaren boys going it here at the moment, Bailey and Feta Cheese. Let's just keep an eye on this real second for some entertainment value. For our money's worth, here comes Feta for the move. Here comes Raptor. Does Raptor take the both of them? If it is, dead set, I'll unretire. As he... No, he does not. Oh, Feta has a moment. And Raptor comes through. The McLarens go at it. And it's absolutely a beast of this one. This battle here for P10 at the moment. Feta has penalty though. But it's going to be a battle between Bailey and Raptor for the final point spot. Does Bailey hold on? Raptor goes a little bit off, and the McLarens will go through him again. Wow, we'll come back to that battle a little bit later, as we'll see Kevin and Moo still on here at the moment. Kevin's still with that P7. Hoop still sticking with Sanchez here at the moment, as the gap between Axe and Vizzy's now gone to 3.3.
Oh, actually, down the main straightaway, Kevin had the DRS of Hoop, so this is going to be kind of a marginal gap between himself and Hoopalicious. But if Sanchez and Hoop battle a little bit more, Kevin can get in. He's on that ragged edge right now, just trying to get inside that 1 second gap.
Oh,
He's not too far behind.
Hoop's gone. Hoop's gone. Hoop's gone. That's a big incident there. And that could be a big championship moment there as well for the Red Bull. He's around. And that is damage. Oh boy. So the McLarens could, well, Hoop could still, if he get around in time, he could still get a P9 here, depending what time he loses out. So that means now the battle between Moo and Kevin's going to be even range on even more here at the moment. Here comes the both of them. They have the similar battery here at the moment. Here comes Moo. Can he go for the move here on Kevin? Yes, he does. Moo goes up into P6 in this Grand Prix, as Louis still sitting there behind with these two. So Louis could be a factor in this battle in a matter of seconds, as Hoop comes in.
Where did Louis come from? He was kind of been just quietly there the entire time. And now he could very well be in a chance for some good points if something were to happen between these two.
Yesterday, Chandler, you will still be leading the championship after this one. We go to, I believe, Azerbaijan next week. And, oh, that's Sanchez around. Sanchez around, so now, yeah. So now that really means the battle for Peak 5 is now definitely on between Moo and Kevin. And Sanchez now, wow, second and third in the championship, not having the best day, as Hoop now has come up into this fight with the McLarens and Raptor.
Well, he has the pressure soft, but I can guarantee you he is not very happy.
I don't think he's... He won't be. He definitely won't be. But yes. Yes, indeed. But as I said, we go to Azerbaijan next week. Tune in for all the races. They're always interesting at Baku. Yeah. Oh, what's happened? Oh my goodness me.
Kevin hit the curb, and Louis had nowhere to go. No front wing for the Williams. Kevin's out. That would have been a safety car, and that just proves it.
Well, actually, it would have been still got 3 laps to go. But either way, that is a big incident. That's a big incident. Apologies that I have missed that, everybody. But, wow. We saw the end of it. We saw debris flying everywhere. Kevin is out. The second, third, fourth, fifth have all had a very bad day here today. Unbelievable. Actually, no, Sanchez could still maybe sneak with a P6 out of all this.
Wow.
Unbelievable. As now, the battle here for P8, is gonna, well, this battle here is now for P8, so it's gonna even rage on even more. Here comes Hoop now for the move on Feta. Gets it, oh, there's a bit of contact there. Oh, and Hoop is actually around. And the day,
not very good.
The day goes from bad to worse. And I can tell you right now that Skipper, who's got 2 laps to go, who's about to close in on this group and lap them. He's about to lap Hoop, there you go. Is going to go into second in the championship here at the moment, I do. But actually, no, he might not. He might go third. He might go third if my points are right. As Hoop, yeah. I still can't believe that that's still in the game, that penalty, but either way. Either way, trying to see what we can show here at the moment. There's still this battle here between these 3 here at the moment. As now, let's see Raptor now look for the move here on Feta. Does he look for it? No, he does not here at the moment. But I'm just going to do some quick calculations. His Hooper goes around. Skipper on the final lap. It's been a superb performance by him.
Yeah, absolutely. It's been pretty much him and Vizzy domination, but as soon as that second stint came, Vizzy was nowhere to be seen compared to Skither. And, well, it's kind of ironic, this battle between Bailey, Feta, and Raptor, because at, not too many laps to go, it was almost like this was the battle just to have a little bit of fun. There was no points in store. It was maybe a battle between 13th, 14th, and 12th. That was where they were pretty much projected to go. But 5 laps later, this is a good chunk of points, and all 3 of them will score. That's quite the turnaround.
Yes, indeed.
Oh, no!
Sanchez is out! Again! So, now that means Skipper will get P2 in the championship. And then, oh my god. And Axe, yeah, by the way, 2.9, he could still get P2. So, it has been an unbelievable day where P2 down to P5 in the championship have not had the best days. And this now means Skipper will come to the line and will win here in Portimao. And I do believe we'll take P2 in the championship right now. Goes to P2 in the championship. So does Axe get P2? He does. Axe gets ahead of Izzy. Well done to Axe there. And we've got a long wait for some drivers here at the moment. In an unbelievable end to this race. Alpha Nice is P4. Mumu's going to be elated with a P5. As don't mind me with my voice. As the 2 McLarens look to battle out here at the moment. And Raptor, they're sitting there in P9. But wow, so Louis will get P6 out of nowhere either. That was just... wow. The circumstances in those last 5 to 10 laps has been unbelievable. That's how Bailey tries to dive in on his teammate. We could see a side-by-side moment here at the moment. And Bailey and Feta, these 3 look like they're going to try to do a free wide moment possibly. This could get ugly. Could end in tears. They're going to go free wide.
Don't get a penalty here.
And
don't get an illegal blocking.
Yes, don't get illegal blocking. They're going to go free wide. They're going to try to go to the line. Having a bit of fun. Here they come. Oh. Who's going to take it? It's a bit of contact. And I believe Raptors gotten the P7 in a unbelievable race here tonight. Wow. I'll say this now before everyone let you to stream when the interviews happen. Apologies once again when I wasn't streaming through PC, but luckily Xbox stream worked out. So W there. But we'll just keep trying every week and hopefully it can work out for me. It's, yeah, unusual. But anyway, we got through. That's all that matters. And I believe fastest lap fastest lap went to Feta down in P9. So we'll get our top 3 in for interviews as we see the results here at the moment. It is a Haas victory here in Portugal. Axe, Vizzy, Alphanesis, Moo in P5, and there's the rest of the field. DNFs galore towards the end of this race. Unbelievable, and thank you, Chandler. I will take a look at them at the end. But, wow, what else can you say?
I don't really know what you can say. The amount of DNFs we saw that was actually uncharacteristic. And there's some that we actually didn't even, fully highlight. Like Sanchez on the final lap from P5, cracking out the Grand Prix. Hoopalicious having his moment. Kevin and Louise, huge shunt in turn 1, and everyone in between. That was very chaotic indeed.
Certainly was. It certainly was. So I'll include my audio for Vizzy stream. Don't forget to include your audios. Unfortunately, we're not all through PC, but we're still here. That's all that matters. I will let you start things off here, Mr. Ms. Katra.
All right, to P3, Vizzy. What was that first stint? Very much pace, between you and Skither fighting. It was incredible. You held him off, but the second stint, where did the pace go? What happened? Walk us through your race. Yeah. First podium. Very good for me. Congratulations on that. But, well, you have Azerbaijan a week from now. What do you think you could do there? Was your audio included, by the way? Okay, yeah, so Chandler was saying it wasn't. All right. Well, congratulations to you, and on to Baku for you and your Alpine. To P2 then. Axe. It's quite the turnaround from meeting the barrier as Mr. Carlos Sainz did. Walk us through your race.
Well, thank you for reminding me of the great pain of the last 2 rounds. Nice to be back on the podium, obviously. Didn't exactly... they just had that extra 10th. Vizzy and Scather, I believe it's pronounced. They just had an extra 10th. You can see in the quali too, I was down in the 16s, they were in the 15s. So I was quite happy to try and just manage a race with Hoop. Hoop had some issues with his wheel, technical difficulties, I believe. So it was just a boring race, and then Vizzy got the penalty, kind of rejuvenated me a little bit, and was able to grab a 2nd place in the end. And good points for basically what is the start of my championship campaign, because we don't talk about the first 2 rounds.
Unfortunately, someone has to, because it does go into a stat sheet, if I do recall. So
I don't know what you're talking about.
Well, if you are trying to forget the first 2 rounds, you have another one coming up. Baku a week from now, and Azerbaijan, the street circuit that is, and that's gonna be a fun one. What do you think you can do there, the streets of Baku?
I actually like Baku. I don't know. I just go well around there. It's all about managing those rear tires, and I seem to do that very well. You can see, even today, as the stints went on, I was able to either maintain or gain on the top 2 towards the back ends of the stints. So hopefully can get the setup in line and have a good one next week as well. Try and get some momentum rolling.
Momentum you do need, but momentum you already do have
Oh.
from this result. Congratulations on your second, and on to Baku for you. But speaking of on,
Well-
Thank you.
we're to first.
Well, Skipper's on here anyway. So, shout out to Skipper for a P1. I did not go onto the cars. Apologies to that, since Chandler's yelling at me to talk about the points. Yeah, so Chandler still leads by 16 points over the Haas driver. Sanchez P3, Hoop now P4, 25 points behind. And we've got Kevin in P5, Axel moves up into P6 in the championship, and Vizzy now up into P8. And then the team's championship, Mercedes hold by 4 points over Haas. Aston Martin third, 9 points. Alfa Romeo 10 points behind fourth, and then Red Bull 25 points behind. So there you go, folks. Apologies for any issues with stream, but we didn't have issues anyway. It was just at the start, but at least we got a full stream in. That's going to be the plan from now on, and hopefully I can try to figure out why my problem's happening. Anyway, folks, join us tomorrow where the PC stream will work for ACC. For Spa, it is 90 minutes. Join us then for that. It was a fascinating race last week. Join us then for that one with me and Arabian. And join us next week for all that is Baku, always a ultra interesting Grand Prix weekend. From the GOAT, Katra, and thank you to our top 3. It's a goodbye for now. Goodbye.